Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I'm a comic collector. These Sunday videos are intended to showcase the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop. I've got a pull list, so I'm pretty familiar with what's happening with comics today. I love digging through the dollar bins, and I love digging through the back issue bins. So if that sounds interesting to you, and you'd like to join me on my journey back to the bins, why don't you take a look over here, and I'll show you what I picked up. Alright, and like I said, these are the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop, 204 Comics in Winnipeg, and this week, as per usual, we start in alphabetical order, and this time it takes us to the back issue bins to start off. Look at that. We're making our way through this. This is the Astonishing X-Men, number 17, from September of 2006. This is a John Cassaday cover, as well as doing the interiors. Of course, I told you I'm trying to collect this John Cassaday run. I just got familiar with him due to his recent passing, and really took to his artwork, and I took to his reputation. And as a result, I'm interested in this title, and I found this in the back issue bins. As you can see, $2. Let's do it. Funny little cover there, Wolverine. And in keeping with the back issues, and in keeping with the Astonishing X-Men, here we have issue number 24 from January of 2008. Once again, John Cassaday on the cover and interiors. Joss Whedon, of course, doing the writing, and I do believe, from what I could tell on League of Comic Geeks, that this is the final John Cassaday cover and interior. So happy to get the last issue, and I'm looking forward to finding the first issue. There's a real famous issue, a real famous cover from this run. I wasn't aware that this was one that it was included in this run, so I'm happy that I think it's going to be hard to find. It's the one with Colossus, and I think that's Kitty Pryde on the cover. I'll show you a picture of that. But yeah, looking forward to getting some of those keys, and just really happy to get this new artist who I am really getting into. Look at this cover. This is a great cover image. This is an A cover. Not a lot of variants it looked like back in 2008. And if it was just a sketch cover of the exact same thing. So pretty cool. I like that a lot. All right, heading over to the pull list, and from the DC pile, here we go. We got Batman, number 153, the David Nakayama cardstock variant. Look at this. That is a beautiful image. I'm already a fan of Nakayama, although I'm more familiar with all of the girl covers that he does. So to see him doing Batman and to see it done so well was a real thrill. That cape is fantastic. The rain, quite evident. It's just really good. I love seeing this. I love the light, and I love the texture. Super cool. There's a follow-up to this cover, I believe. Another Nakayama on a different Batman title, and I'll show you that. I'm looking forward to that because I think this is so great. And this is, of course, we got the DC, the old school DC logo. This is that all-in event that's happening again. Yeah, I guess I'll be reading a little bit of that event. Now, here's one I have talked about before, but this is a strange format. Here we go. We've got a trade paperback here, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. I loved this first issue. I immediately fell in love with this book. It is bizarre and it is fun. And as soon as I got into it, I shouldn't say as soon as I got into it because I heard all about it. And I was able to get, it might be a second printing of issue 1. I'll have to check. I'm not even sure. But I just fell in love with the book. It's such a great and crazy concept. Super cool. This cover is done by Patrick Horvath. He also is the writer and the colorist. And I just think this is great stuff. And if you know about this, then I'm sure you love it. And if you don't know about it, I would consider getting this. This is the full story. And it was like $18 Canadian. So super cool. Love to have that. Can't wait to read this. Really, really great book. Probably one of the best books of I, I guess the last issue came out in 2024, so maybe 2023? I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll try to figure all that out for you. And going back to the DC bins from the pull list, here we got Birds of Prey number 14. This is the Leonardo Romero A cover, one of my favorite artists. I have to get all of his Birds of Prey covers because they're just so good. I love it. Just a great style. And I gotta be honest, folks, this is one of my favorite books. I absolutely love this title. I had no idea that when I decided to get it, because I could get it from issue 1, and it was a DC book. I wanted to get into DC. I have just fallen in love with this book. It is so good. It's going to be the book that I just keep pulling. I'm going to do some major chopping, probably in the new year. Fingers crossed I've got the willpower to do so. But this is a title I'm going to keep reading because I just love the characters. This is totally a character-driven book. Yeah, I'm here for it. Awesome. And the cover's beautiful. Speaking of beautiful covers, with one Birds of Prey, there must always be another. Here we go. Look at this. This is definitely a contender for cover of the year. Once again, this is issue 14, and this is by Sozo Meika, cardstock variant. She's one of my favorite cover artists, and a lot of her books, or a lot of her covers, I should say, are ratios and hard to get. I love that she's doing some A covers. This is absolutely stunning. Look at Batgirl. It is just amazing. I'm here for it. I love the design of the suit. I love everything. I could gush about Sozo Meika, which would just me babbling words that don't even make sense. Love this. Awesome. And I just couldn't say no to another Birds of Prey variant. So here we have issue 14 once again. But this is the Serge Acuna cardstock variant, and I just love the way the whole team is drawn. I love seeing Big Barda. She's one of my favorite characters. And yeah, super cool cover. Love it. Really awesome. And such a fun book. All right, now going into the creepy files, which means we must be looking at some independent comics. Here we have The Deviant, number 8 from Image Comics. Yeah, this is just awesome. This is a Josh Hickson cover. A fantastic story. I say it every time I show you these books. I love The Deviant. It's fun, twisted, creepy. It's a holiday murder fest. Just perfect as we get into the Halloween season, the spooky season, and as we get into the holidays. I think this goes to issue 9, which will just lead us into the middle of November. So I was really hoping this was going to take us into actual sort of maybe the week before the 25th of December. But whatever, it's cool. This is such a fun book. Highly recommend this when the trade comes out. I think people need to read this. I think it was really good. Ooh, then look what we got here. We got a free comic. This is Fantastic Four, number 1. Oh. This is the Trick or Read free comics for ages 13 and up. I don't know why I needed to include that, but yeah, this is a reprinting of issue 13 from November of 2023. This is a fantastic Alex Ross cover. I remember when this came out last year, everybody was like, oh my goodness, there's a Doom dinosaur. And yeah, you're going to put that on a cover, because look at that. I think we need to see a Virgin variant of this cover. Yeah, because it's just awesome. And we all know Doom is huge right now, right? Like, Doom is the man. Super cool. Just had to get that. I love that. You like a board and bag that thing yet. Oh yeah, and then I got to show you this. This is the back of it. I mean, the Doom hype is real, folks. It is there. One world under Doom. Keeping with Marvel and keeping it adult, here we got Get Fury number 6, a Dave Johnson cover. This is the final issue. This is awesome. I feel like there's sort of some kind of Tarantino-esque thing to this book. This has just been a lot of fun. I was never aware of Max Comics. I'm so glad that Marvel has dug into more adult-toned comics. This is super good. I love it. Maybe there have been better ones. I don't know. I've never read any of the other Max comics, but this has been a lot of fun for me. I mean, come on. Nick Fury and Frank Castle teaming up in Vietnam. We're there for it. Okay, and then here's something I guess I'm super pleased to add to the collection. Didn't see this coming. This is awesome. This is the Phantom from King Comics. Now, this looks really old. I get it. But it's actually from July of 1967. So, yeah, it's still old, but it's not. It looks more like it's from the 40s. But I saw this in the back issue bins in sort of the independent section of the comic shop. And I was like, I have to get this. I love the Phantom anyway. I think he's super cool. Just from a visual perspective, I think he looks great. I should probably watch that movie that came out back in the day again. Is that Billy Zane? I think. Anyway, this is just super cool. It's a Bill Lignante cover. He also did the pencils. There's also a story here with Mandrake the Magician. And one of the things that really attracted me to it, I guess in retrospect, because I didn't know what year this came out, but what I like about it is that it was released July 1st, 1967, which is Canada Day, July 1st. Was also Canada's 100th birthday, the centennial. And it was the height of the Summer of Love, the psychedelic era. This is my favorite year in music, so I was very happy to get this. Anyway, we have touched on that one enough. And now, here we go. I told you about the Doom hype. Here we have Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, number 6. So awesome. This is the Gleb Melnikov Doom variant. Marvel is fueling the Doom hype here. I really like this book. I just read the latest issue. Not the latest. This is the latest issue, but I read the issue before. I'm slowly catching up. And I really liked it. A lot of fun. I love Spider-Gwen. She's relatively new to me, as I never knew her before within the last couple of years. So, love this. And, again, Doom. Moving along. Here we go. Look at this. This is Storm number 1. Marco Cicchetto Doom variant once again. And really, this is me fueling Marvel's Doom hype. I am buying these and saying, yes, Marvel, continue to hype Doom. But I'm okay with it. Look at this. So awesome. Just strictly a cover buy for me. I love Dr. Doom. I always kind of liked Storm, and I certainly liked the way her powers are drawn and the way she's drawn on a lot of covers. And so this was just, yeah, I'm doing it. Fantastic. Well, that's everything, folks. So how about we get back to the real world, shall we? Well, that was a great stack of books. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. And if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps to build the channel, and I'd love to develop a community of people who just really love comics. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week. And until then, remember, comics are good.